Now, I didn't know who this guy, Mr. Beast, was until I learned about the concept of ghost kitchens.
Oh.
I was going to say, I'm only familiar with his hamburgers, but remember I wanted to try them and then Kate got them and she said that they were trash.
Yes. Now I don't.
Zach Morris is trash.
I only know a couple of people who have ordered from like DoorDash or Grubhub or whatever a Mr. Beast burger, Kate being one of them, and I guess by proxy her boyfriend. But the response, the reviews from all these people who've tried them have been the same. It's garbage.
Which is unfortunate because I think they use Friendly's kitchens, and Friendly's and their burgers, Jack, you can attest to it, is incredible.
Yeah.
Especially lately. We stan.
Yes. But it's, I mean, it depends on like what ghost kitchen you're getting it from, because obviously you have no say in the matter at that point. And it could be like, you could either get like Red Robin quality, Friendly's quality, or Applebee's quality.
Oh, Crapplebee's? Oof.
Yeah.
I don't know. They all sound good to me.
Okay, how about this? Waffle House during the middle of a fist fight.
I'm fine. Jack's going to get ill.
Or as we discussed a while back.
Other Waffle House.
As we discussed a while back, Waffle House at 11 a.m. versus Waffle House at 11 p.m.
Yeah, yeah, there's a difference.
Now, Mr. Beast, I guess, is suing a food company called Virtual Dining Concepts because I guess enough people have complained about the quality of the burgers that they've received. The Mr. Beast burgers, which, again, they're not really Mr. Beast burgers. It's an Applebee's burger in Mr. Beast packaging, or a Friendly's burger. Again, it depends on where you're getting it from. But the late Mike Fahey from Kotaku, who should be said, did not pass away because of a Mr. Beast burger. But he has sadly since left us. Now, he did a regular blog on Kotaku. It was called Snack Taku. And he was usually the go-to for the fun and interesting and questionable delicacies that would come out, where I know it's a sort of a light example, but you know how Burger King went viral recently because in Thailand?
Oh, the black burger?
No, the cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah, 20 slices of cheese.
20 slices of cheese. And I guess in all seriousness, I guess they're doing a pickle burger too. That's just like a mound of pickles.
35 pickles.
Yeah. But like this would be like one of the things that Fahey would try, and he would do it so like you didn't have to. And he tried a Mr. Beast burger, and his review was less than enthusiastic, and just the images that he shared of what he received, it was pretty disgusting. It was like you open up the wrapper and it's just somewhere in that glop of melted cheese was the burger that he ordered. And then within the box too, like it was supposed to come with the fixins, it was supposed to come with pickles and bacon and mayo and all that. And all that stuff had just fallen out and was just swimming. The burger was swimming in it, and it was all just in the box. It just looked less than appetizing.
Well, you don't have quality control. That's what happens, man.
Yeah, that's a whole risk.
That's why there's franchising.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like are you ordering a Mr. Beast burger just because of the name, or is it one like
everybody right now is ordering a Mr. Beast burger because it's a Mr. Beast burger.
Okay.
I think they have a recipe. I don't know if they use the same products of what's on hand, like if it's the same Friendly's patty versus Mr. Beast, but they have their own recipe and way of building it. I can't imagine it's much different.
Now, I can't remember, Beck, if it was with you or if I did this with Kate, where we were trying to figure out where the burger was coming from, because it said it was a Mr. Beast burger coming from...
You Google the address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, it says on DoorDash it's coming from some burger joint that you've never heard of, that like comes across as being like a DoorDash exclusive, for example. But then you look up the address, and that's how you find who's. Yeah,
is that kind of like the ghost kitchens that were in New York, where that guy was basically using he had like 10 microwaves and they were all lean cuisines, and he was charging like $30 a plate.
There's got to be some like keen-eyed person who could tell it's a lean cuisine.
Oh, I'm sure, but the problem is when you're trying to when you're going to like the upside of Manhattan and you're charging $60 a plate, people literally don't believe it themselves because they want to believe that it's this super highfalutin exclusive thing, and so therefore they don't want to believe it's some bullshit $3 microwave meal.
I would assume, like when you order takeout, there's an understanding, there's an agreement we're all okay with that it's just going to be a little bit soggy and cold when we receive it. So I would just think that's a transportation process, and I don't know. I would really question whether it was a lean cuisine.
It's actually a banquet. It's a banquet brand.
Okay, well that's nice. Swanson.
Banquet was the. Now I knew this only because I stocked frozen food.
Jack keeps showing off his like his grocery
my knowledge
skills.
My knowledge.
You take this man to a Stop and Shop. He just truly like wants to perform. I'm like, okay, go off.
See, now this is how I impress the ladies, right?
Totally.
We go to Wegmans the other night because we're fancy bitches, and Becky is looking for what were you looking for?
I'm like, it could have been anything. Wine?
Creme brulee.
Well, I then say, hey,
I was looking for ramen noodles.
And I said, and you're like, you're looking, you're like up and down and huffing. I go, hey, 16B. And you're like, how did you know that? You're a wizard. And I'm like,
I looked at the signs.
Like, shut up, baby.
I read.
Well, you know what it is? It's the thing that people always forget are there. And it's what I hung on when I worked in a supermarket. Every few aisles, you'll see chained to the shelves.
Now I see it. I never noticed it.
It's a laminated sheet of paper that lists where every item in the store is. So if you're looking for ramen, it's alphabetized. So look in the R's, you'll see ramen listed, and it'll tell you what aisle it's in. So if ever you're looking for something, just look. They're not in every aisle, but you'll see it's a laminated sheet of paper, and it's held. It's attached to the shelves, just like hanging by a chain, and they're updated because they reset the stores every so often and put things in different aisles. So when that happens, then the guide gets updated. But yeah. Done.
The more you know.
So whenever I was asked the store, like, hey, can you tell me what aisle such and such is in? I would be like, here, come with me. And we'd walk over to one of those sheets, and I pick it up and scan through it and be like, aisle 10.
We drove by Stop and Shop the other day. Jack tells me the store number, and I'm like, truly kill me.
Well, Mike, you worked in retail. You can attest to this, knowing the store numbers of the stores. I'm sure you did that with Home Depot.
Stop talking.
Home Depot, 2676. Yeah.
Yeah, I worked in store 57, and our rival was 85.
There you go.
Hot.
It's so hot right now.
But
Jack, you're also very like. Now I don't do this often, but if I am walking around a grocery store and I decide I want to swap one product for the other, as long as it's not a perishable, I will. Not
Leave
often.
It where it is.
I will. And you know what? It's take a penny, leave a penny, because there are times when someone leaves something delicious in a spot I was avoiding and not looking at. I will take it. And I think we're all doing each other service. Jack, you never let this fly.
I don't.
And you get very, very anxious about it. And I know you're like, I'll go put it back.
Listen, when you for a while get paid to be the person who walks around the store and collects these.
Wouldn't you rather be doing that than talking to people? I just think I would.
I'd see. I didn't want to talk to people. I wanted to do the things that entailed no human interaction.
Yeah, like returning items back to the shelves. I'm helping.
Yeah. And I don't know if you've caught me doing this too, but I also face items too. If I put something back, I make sure.
Yeah, you start blocking shelves. I'm like, all right.
Can't take me anywhere.
No. And you, I think you're proud of yourself. You do feel like a hero when we go in there.
When we were,
I need a hero. Stock the shelves at the end of the night.
Now I will applaud the Shaw's near me that we went to earlier, and I would like to be.
Did you talk to the manager and give him a personal compliment too?
Hey, Suarez in the deli, A+ job.
He knows how to cut his meat.
Now that's from one of those like Geico or Progressive commercials or whatever
Yes.
the parents. But that one,
That one hit still too close to home for you?
the guy at the supermarket. But then like the comments I saw in response to that were like, look, there are people in the supermarket that would actually love to get feedback like that. Like of all the things they make fun of, that was like the one thing where it's like, okay, this one isn't like you can't dig the guy for complimenting like that someone actually did a good job. Because retail workers obviously just get treated like absolute garbage. So, but I was the person that like, and I even said, I'm like, look, I loathe doing this because I'm every person I've ever made fun of, but I got to tell you, because apparently I'm the only one that buys the lactose-free store brand milk. All the stuff that you have on the shelf expired 2 months ago.
Oh God.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, I'm not kidding you.
It wasn't like 2 days ago. It was 2 months ago.
It was 2 months
And these
ago.
things never expire.
That's right. And it's just because it's at the bottom of the shelf, and it was just all of it was out of code. And that's the
I'd be like, can I get 50% off on this? I'll take it.
No. But now I've noticed
I'll roll the dice.
Yep.
now I've noticed that all the store brand stuff is now rotated because I was going through and I'm like, okay, first one here.
You're their nightmare. They're like, this guy.
The first
It got to be LIFO, right? Last in, first out, right?
first half gallon of 1% non-lactose expires in a week. Okay, we don't want that one. Next one expires on the 14th. I'm sorry, codes on the 14th. That's the industry term.
Oh.
And that's what you want. So,
And then you get like really performative when it comes time to bag. You love bringing your own bags. You love it. And then you you race to show how you can stack a bag. And I'm like, and I just
you know
act
what the
like,
other thing too is if he's not able to fill his own bag, he is judging the hell out of the bagger.
yeah. And he's sad.
There have been very few times in my life where I've ever gotten upset at someone working in retail, and especially at a supermarket. And it was a guy, and it sucks because I've been in the position where you're the cashier, but you also have to bag. No one wants to do that.
We're all in that position nowadays.
But this kid, you know what he does? Like I'm buying like stuff for a cookout. So I buy, hamburger buns and meat and all that. You know what he does? First thing he puts in the bag is the buns and then
what an
puts
asshole.
everything on top of it. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he just like looks up at me. Dude had to have been blasted. He's like, huh? I'm like, bro, my buns, take out the bread.
Sometimes I like bread with a little squish in it.
Well, he takes it out. Fucking at that point, it's Eggo waffles.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was pissed. Because I'm like, bro, well, I'm going to go get another one now because this is literally damaged.
I don't think you were this confrontational. I bet you took that squish bread and you griped about it to yourself on the way home.
No, I got new bread. I was pissed. No, I was because that's just like it's like, dude, even if it's your first day, you should
Bagging
know.
101.
Yeah, the bread and the eggs go on top. And
No, eggs go on the bottom, bread goes on top of that, and then you've got another light thing that goes on top of
correct,
that, and then you're good.
Yeah, but you don't put the eggs at the bottom of the bag and stack everything
No,
on
and
top.
those eggs go either in the kids section or they're the last thing that go on top of all the other bags.
Yes. And also you have to construct everything as if it were a box. So you take your boxed items and with the bag, you build out a foundation and then you put everything within
No,
that.
you build the four walls and you put the cans in the middle like they're the soldiers.
Yep. But you know what it is though? It's acting within time limits because you can't take your time with this. You got to do it fast.
Well, you got to know what to do. You got to know how to.
Did you see how I was doing it earlier? I mean, I ended up using all three of our reusable bags because I had one that was all the cold stuff and the light stuff. And
Yeah. And we've gone to places and if we forget our bags, you're like, we can't go in there. And I'm like, we'll just use our bags. You're like, I forgot my bag. Like we turn the car around and I'm like, oh my God.
You can fit a lot of shit in those reusable
I
bags.
know.
And they're thermal. And I hate paper bags.
We're just very opposite in this way because I love to just leave my groceries in the car for 8 hours and then just when I get to it, where if you have a 20-minute travel, you factor that into whether the item is good or not. We're just so different where I'm like, don't worry, you've been drinking milk that's literally sat in my car for 8 hours.
You have at least got it into my head that I can travel to Market Basket or Wegmans, which is severely out of the way for me.
You can travel anywhere.
Basket, man. Ooh.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right there.
Fuck yeah. Last time I went to the Market Basket, I left with like 12 boxes of rotini. I love Market Basket. Wegmans is, I haven't had a bad experience at Wegmans.
No, we love it. We love it though at like midnight.
There's something about people who just do all their grocery shopping late at night. And if 24 hours.
Different breed.
Absolutely. If 24-hour supermarkets still existed.
We would be there at 3 a.m.
Yeah. I would stop at, because Price Chopper around here famously.
It's 3 a.m. I'm getting bologna.
Well done. That's how the song goes now. I said, maybe. Yeah, the Price Choppers around here famously used to be 24 hours, and then COVID killed that. And you know what it was is they would close overnight so they could disinfect the stores, and then they just, to save costs, never went back to 24 hours. But when I worked nights, sometimes I would stop at Price Chopper. It'd be 2 o'clock in the morning, but I would stop to pick up like snacks and, you know, get stuff at the store. And the store, I mean, it wouldn't be packed, but there would be a lot of people in there doing full shops. But these are the people that they don't. These are the people that don't come out during the day. Let's put it that way.
I mean, that includes us.
No, but that's
yeah,
exactly.
Sorry, I cut you off. What, Mike?
No, that's exactly what it is. That's a different kind.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's not just, people that work at night. No. There's, yeah.
They all seem to know each other too.
Mm-hmm. Because they're on the same exact schedule. Every Tuesday night at 3 a.m., I go in and do my grocery shopping. And Phil and Rhonda are there at the same time.
Well, we know that the stuff gets like marked down for them to get rid of. Like, it's almost midnight. These cookies, these donuts that are really there for the day, like, they need them to go. And we're like, we will take these old donuts. Thank you.
Day old. Nah, that's what my father does. My father's the master of day old.
Oh, so yeah, if the Market Basket where I'm at, I drop the kids off and I get there, and the bakery people are the ones that are finishing up tagging all the reduced price, and then they're putting it on the reduced shelf. I'm like, AM time right there.
Yep. Hey, that's when dad pricing kicks in.
Market Basket's donuts are the best donuts in the state. I stand by that. Just everyone needs to know. I feel like this is a little known secret. They are the best in the state, but they just act very humble about it.
7-Eleven was doing like unicorn cotton candy donuts. Oh, those were good though. And I'm not one to take a chance on a 7-Eleven donut.
Yes, you are.
But I did.
You do.
I did.
You tend to.
I mean, I was also eating, mint leaves right off the stem at Kate's house. So
I know.
Yeah,
Jack was set up to just be killed at Kate's house, and he just kept falling for it every time.
yeah, she's got a chicken coop. She's got like 15 chickens now, or 14 chickens.
And they attack Jack.
Yeah, they all my Pokemon tattoo. They all just kept walking behind me and then pecking at my leg. One of them doesn't like my dog. The chicken's name is Florence, and she doesn't like Cooper. Like, she attacks Cooper. Whenever she sees Cooper, she goes after him. The poor dog. He's getting bullied by a chicken.